of
This
you all
conference
in
will
that
now be recorded.
So what we have to remember, anything related to transport to the production, for the production, you have to wait even for a day, even for a week, even for a 10 days also for the approvals. If it is written in a document, you have to do transport after having these approvals, means I want these approvals. I don't know anything. Development quality, you move 100 transport, nobody will ask. But from moving to quality to production, without testing, because when testing is done, they will send you a mail. Key basis, I have said this. Then it will go to your manager. He'll also check key tested. Then he send you mail key basis. Now you can send because we have all approvals in place with the tested documents. But what they have tested, they give document like 5 lakh records. They're able to fetch easily. Indexing they put easily. Fetching also done. Performance no issues. No CPU usage totally. They send all screenshots to you. Okay, these are the screenshots available. We did all these things. Then you can go ahead like that. Okay. So you have to be very careful in production. Just I give a few glimpses of transports, what could happen if you are not so careful in a transport, whether company is a big or small. Small is no issue. If it's a very big, large, huge company means it will hampering because they have got 20 terabytes of data in their landscape. If you hampering the system for the such small transport, that is very tough to get back systems on track. Sometimes you need to restore also. Now you see transport management system by which you can copy your objects from one client to another client. Before that, you need to create a STMS configuration between systems like dev, quality, production, pre-production. You even have 10 system, 20 system, no issues. You can create landscape. But you tell from development, it will go to quality only. From quality, it will go to production only. And from production, nothing will come to quality, and from quality nothing will come to development. In this way we have to configure, because whatever things you develop, you always develop in development only. After that to move those same to move same changes into quality, you move this to quality. Now development quality is sync, matlab same table same changes. Now you do same change in production, matlab now your development quality production are in sync, totally syncing, totally syncing. If you move same transport, but if you create something in quality, it means your development quality is not in sync. If you put something in production, it's not. But what happened when you discuss about the client here? Only development people can develop in quality and production. No changes are allowed. We have seen client creation. We cannot able to do any changes as per our requirement quality also in production also, because those are locked, those were disabled. If you unlock for any reason, the log will create your name key. Mr. X has open this connection or open this change display mode to change mode. Now you will be responsible. If anything happening, that you will easily they will easily caught you saying that key is your IP, your name, your ID, then you are responsible for that. Okay. For example, in development we have 60,000 tables, for example. Okay, and you made changes to this table, any table, I don't know the table name also. I just go number, one random number I gave you. Suppose this is the vendor master number. Okay, vendor master table where all record gets saved. So you added one more vendor to this record. On this table, you added one more vendor. In which system? Development system. So what it creates? It creates one transport request with 6 digits. I'll show you. 6 digits, I'll show you. So in that request, what he has, what you have that vendor name in that request. Okay, then you release that request. Matlab, you copy everything into request and then move that request to the quality. The quality what happened? Same table 45,710 table will replace with this new vendor name. Previously you have in development 99 vendors, you added 100. Quality first you check you have 99, but when you move this transport you have 100 vendors over there. whatever things you're working in development, when you save, it asks for the transport. Matlab 9 o'clock you start working, 9:30 you saved, matlab 9 o'clock to 9:30, whatever you changes you made to system, any changes, I'm talking about development, oh, development. So any changes you made to anything like table, class, program, anything, when you press save, all changes which you have done till now in last 20 minutes, 25 minutes or hour. I'll take examples of hour. You made 100 changes. What you forgot, you only forgot what you do from last 1 hour. But at last you tell ki, I just want to save all this. When you press save button, then it will create one request. In that request, the work which you started at 9 o'clock till 10:15, everything is recorded in the form of request. In the form of request, everything is copied into that request. Then what you have to do, you have to release that request from development and move into the quality. Now all 1 hour changes come to quality. Then quality will test whether it's good or bad. If it is good, feasible for business, they will do production, or they found any hampering production issue, performance issue, kernel issue, any dump analysis, they will again give it to the development team saying that key, when I ran this report, I got some abnormal actions on my laptop. Please check this. Then they will recheck the things, then they will give it to you again, because developers what, why they are struggling always, because they do not have data to test. They will test a scenario with 10 15 records or 20 25 500 records, but when you check the same thing with 50,000 records in quality, it may hamper something for some minutes. But when it comes to production, you started playing with 10 million records in a table. The same table you have 10 million records. So it's possible the same performance? No, not possible. The development takes some seconds. The quality takes some minutes. It may take some hours to change all those things. Okay. That is the difference between that is what you need to know. First, that thing you need to know how to configure the things. Okay. STMS and this activity after installation. See, after installation, system setup comes as post installation steps. If anybody asks you when these steps come, installation is a post installation step. It is a post installation step. Now, step 2, follow the STMS. What all steps you need to follow for configuring the STMS? First of all, you have to do configuration in the client 000. The first thing, the first most thing, you have to do all these changes, all the things which you want, you need to make in development only, and the two with client 000, not with client 001 or any, but you have to make this with the help of 000 client. Now you will see what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages of client 000. Okay, you should have roles of DDIC. For doing this configuration, you should have roles of DDIC or make a user with the same rules. You have X user, you have X user, you have Y user, you have Z user. What do you have to do? You have to copy all DDIC roles to either X, Y or Z. Then you can use that user instead of DDIC for configuring this transport, for configuring this transport management system. In this, you have to create a domain controller. See the naming convention, which says you need to create a domain controller. Domain controller is the client in which you can store all information about your STMS. It may be 3 systems, it may be 2 systems, it may be 10 systems. The way you get configuration, you will get to configure. You just see all your configurations in a domain controller system. You can use domain controllers, mostly development server. Okay. And STMS out of three systems. STMS made of out of three systems like development, like quality, like production. Here we have one. Here we have one domain controller and remaining all, whether it may be 2, 4, 6, 8, don't care. All are the member of domain. Only one is first is the domain controller and remaining systems member of domains. You have to add all systems to domain controller. Matlab, how many systems you add? Those are in sync. Those works together for moving the transports. Who did this? The basis will do this configuration part. Basis only needs to do all this small configurations. Okay. Remaining or member of domain controller in case there is a domain controller. Okay. Now you see, while creating, while doing this configuration, system will create one user called TMS ADM by default. When I click to create STMS, then what system will do? It will create one automatic user called TMS ADM. One user called TMS ADM. That is a system user. Is a system user. Okay, it's created automatically. Password also default. Okay, then is a system user, and it will create in a quality box. Then it will create a production also. It will create automatically by system. No need to pay any money. No need to pay any more for this. This step system which looks after STMS and will create one transport directory user recipe trans. All things of transports, all things of transports you get into this folder. You will get everything in this folder called USR SAP trans. Okay. When we're going to do file system, at that time you come to know what is this USR SAP trans, how to work with this USAP trans, what is the importance of this USAP trans, where you will find all your transport, either 2 transport or 2000 transports or 2 lakhs of transport. You will find here only USR SAP trans. This folder is shared between entire landscape. This this transports, these things are globally shared in entire landscape. Okay, and we have one more folder called bin. There also you can see the configuration gets saved. Here one more bin folder where you can configure all config gets saved. Here only bin folder under USR recipe trans. Under that you have bin folder also. So each system you have to log in with 000 client. First system is domain controller. Second and third system will be the member of domain controller. We have to accept as member of domains, then it will create a transport route. Transport route means the way transport goes. The way the transport goes, the folder shared between landscape. Okay. For each system login 100, yeah, member of domains. Okay. Select landscape to system. We accept member of domains will create transport. Transport route means the way it creates to move things from one system to other system. And we have to select, you have to select 2 system landscape or 3 system landscape. Select 3 system landscape. Okay. Then it will start creating routes and show you the figures. Sometimes, see, this is a real-time issue. Sometimes your transport got stuck, then you have to go to table TR bat and TR drop. You have to write down these things on a piece of paper or notepad anywhere. There are two tables called TR bat and TR drop, which will take care of your transports, which will take care of your transports. From this table only it will move to next step. But sometimes it got stuck over here because when you move things, few things are here and few things are there. Matlab, in between there was a network congestion, network RTO for a single microsecond also. The data packet will not save, transfer from here to there. Then it was stuck in between. Okay, at that time you will find fairly this kind of issues. You will find fairly these kinds of issues. Okay, TR bad, TR job. You have to clear this and they start re-importing. Clear all table entries. Okay, then you do transport one other system between their network congestion. The transport gets stuck in between your files are get full. Start re-import again. Matlab, delete that and start importing things from beginning. Okay, then there is a program called RDD IMPDP. You have to remember this. I had this program name, okay, by which this is a job which needs to be run always. If it gets stopped, then your transport not going. If somebody calls to telling that, okay, Mr. Basis, transport stuck, not going here and there, the first step you have to check whether your RDD IMPDP job is scheduled or not, working or not, scheduled or not, or working or not on proper basis. Okay. So you should see sometimes it gets stuck, failed after restart for some reason. Okay, then you have to restart it. There's a process. I'll show you how to do that. Once you do that, again your transport gets started. This is the first thing you have to see. If somebody complains transport not going, you just also check once, check the logs. Okay, you have to you have to reconfigure this job in 000 client. Then everything is sorted out in few minutes. Some jobs, some transport, you know that my transport is taking 3 minutes every time. But one time it takes 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. It means it is not moving, it gets stuck. At that time, you have to take this major step immediately. You don't wait for 1 hour for single transport. Okay, just go to OS level and check whether things are moving or they get stuck over here. It will show you. Okay, and we have a table called E070 and E071. These are two tables we have. Okay, in these tables you can able to see all your transport which you have moved across the landscape from last 6 months, from last 9 months, from last 9 years. You will find everything over here. E070, E071. In this table, all your transport gets saved from the day you started the business. Even 5 years, even 10 years, even 20 years, you find your records over there in secure manner. In a secure manner. If somebody delete this table, then everything goes off. You have to take care, nothing get hampered in such a way. Okay. Now, I will do some steps. These are the steps to follow to do the TMS configuration. Login with client 000 in a client DDIC or same user roles. Create domain controller. Okay. Create virtual machine. Create transport routes between production and virtual machine. Okay. Define a landscape, single, two or three system landscape. We do two, and we define system DIR and PIR. These examples you can take any name. See the transport configured by clicking on zoom key. See Z layers and started standard layers of STMS config. After doing all this, you have to activate and configure the STMS. Then you can move things from here to there very easily. Move things from here to there very easily. Now what we need to do? We need to jump onto a system not only jump onto system, we need to start system with the DDIC user. Then we have to run this all these things. Okay, just give me. I'll start my system. Now we're going to see the configuration of STMS. It's taking 5 more minutes to start, I think. What happened to this? It's taking more time. From tomorrow, we have to start virtual machine at the beginning of session only, I think. After that, only we start recording.
Sure, sir.
Otherwise, it will waste out 10-15 minutes.
Sure. Yeah.
What we need to check here? We need to check here. This message should show message server connection okay. See my server connection okay. Now go to above table. Now see, wait. It means your server has been started. This is wasting of 15-20 minutes totally. Okay, now log in here. The first thing you should log in with client 000. The first thing you have to follow all steps thoroughly. Triple zero, okay? 000 DDIC. To transaction STMS. Here system is quality, system name, quality server, you can give any name. Okay. What's the domain? My domain is domain underscore SID. Description, transport domain of quality server. Okay. Then I save this. See, no default address maintained. STMS import voila to maintain one company code over here. Now it will save. See how it's working. See, you're in a domain controller now. This is my domain control. If you have other systems, add these systems over here. Okay. Now today we are going to see here systems first. Okay. Systems have only one system. If you add other systems, your system will go on increasing. See how to approve. If some real system what happen, when you add one system, including this, it asks for approve. See now is approve is disabled, but when you add a system, approve will activate. Just click on approve. Then your quality system, development system will come here. Production also come under this domain only. But you have to go to systems and approve those systems. Why it is disabled? Because it's a single system. That's why disabled. Second system comes, it will activate automatically. Okay. Now what we'll do here, create a virtual machine. We don't have two physical systems. So what we'll do, we create a virtual system here and check how it works. The name is PEM. Virtual system. This is my target system, but there's a system to be because domain is always source for each and everybody. You have 10 systems, your SID will change, but your SID remains same because you use quality for all. You have quality server. Now it assumes that quality you ask for all servers. See now here we have two systems. One system, two system, one system, two system. Now what you have to do, go to environment, transport route over here. This is a landscape. Now what you have to do here, you have to remember, always remember these things. What I'm doing here. STMS, go to create virtual system is done. Okay, virtual system. Now you have to move this thing to other systems. Change mode, standard configuration. You have to define single development 3. So we have only development production two systems now, one virtual system and production system. Okay. Here development production is there. Take two systems, which is your dev system, PEM, QA. So this is the physical system, okay? PEM. See now, transport being created for you. See, this is my transport request. This is my transport how I create. This is CLC light. This is a domain controller. Here the virtual machine, and you see the transport layer. This is only object related to SAP, like any table, any data, any configuration part, purchase sales, everything looks after this. But here, all Z transactions, Z transports, Z transactions, Z reports, or anything you can see through this layer. But there are two layers. One is SAP standard layer, and one is transport layer of ZQA. Okay, this is done. Now you will see how it works. Okay, this is how we configured a STMS in two system. If you have three systems, if you have four system, five system, nothing to worry. Okay. So once you are ready, I will give remote access to somebody else tomorrow where you can do the practice, because the server which I gave you, on that server we cannot able to practice. We cannot do practice. You can see here you have to do this demo, but these are demos. These are the systems queries. If I, this is refresh, this is display, this is check, this is standard configuration, this is add transport route, and this is change. Any idea, any doubts in this session? How to configure? If you want, we'll configure one more time, no issues, but you have to remember steps from where to go and what is to select. If you select somebody here of systems, you will not find anything in system out here. Now this standard configuration is deactivate. If this all deactivated, all this deactivated, this will get activated. Why is activated? Because we keep slash n. We keep slash n for all transaction code. By that you can enter in this transaction code, which is totally out from the Burger King server.
Sir, couple of things I would like to recap. We have created this entire configuration with the help of a client code 000. We will always do that. The user which we get during this configuration is TMS admin.
TMS ADM.
TMS ADM, right?
Exactly.
Then we will always we will always make a development server as a domain controller, or we can make domain controller to any device.
You can make it to any device, but it is better to have to make development only,
Okay,
and you have to maintain these layers mainly. How your standard transports move and how your Z transports move. That is the most important thing.
okay,
And this configuration you do once in a lifetime. Like once you are getting fresh systems, you have to do that.
mhm,
It. That is the only time when
okay,
you do. Once you do, it will run for 8, 10, 12 years till you replace your server.
okay. Anytime have you seen any cross or something over here in this diagram? Is this diagram make any sense in reality, or it is just a diagram which is given by SAP?
No, no, this works for real time only. Na? This
Okay.
works for what it shows. This is a Z layer, this is a SAP layer. Standard
Uh-huh,
transports go directly, and here are the
uh-huh,
distant transports for the Z layers. Z
mhm.
means you can say Z table, Z program, Z index. There are hundreds
Okay.
of things of Z in SAP.
Right.
If it fumbled here only, it will get
Mhm.
always stuck, and it could be damaged also. They
Okay.
put all together different tables of transports.
Okay. Have you any time seen any cross over here that this route is problematic, or this route has been I mean, is there is any problem?
No, no, because we configured 2 systems, 3 systems, 4 systems, nothing else. So
Okay.
if you do some hanky-panky things like from production, I
Mhm.
want again to development, all those things if you do, which is not feasible, which is not liability correct also, at that time you'll get some
Okay.
answers, the errors. Or Java errors are
Okay.
saying that Java errors are bound to come. You have to ready with all of them. Java systems will come sometimes that port is
Okay.
not available. Then you have to search the port, HTTP port, HTTPS port. Tell me HTTP port of SAP. What is the HTTP port of SAP?
HTTP port of HTTP
SAP,
SAP.
SAP. Uh,
SAP ka I'm not sure. By default, we are using port 80443, but in SAP, I'm not. I don't know.
uh, okay, no problem. So, any doubts, Nagaraj? Do you have any doubts in this which we need to discuss?
No,
HTTP
No
port in
problem.
SAP is something different from the ATN 443, or it is same?
It's a 443. It's a universally same. SMTP
Universally
25,
same.
HTTP
Huh.
80, HTTPS this 4433 or 443. Sorry,
Right.
443.
443. Right.
Uh, all are there. All are there. No issues. Okay.
Okay. It's all same, right?
Yeah, all cool. So we'll close this session here. We'll meet tomorrow. The new topic. Tomorrow we have a good topic on operation modes, where we can see
Okay.
how to adjust your hardware, big environment, small hardware, big environment.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, I'll take
Right, sir.
tomorrow two theories and session because this will take only 40 minutes only. It will take. We'll keep
Okay.
one theory session also, two
Okay.
theory sessions, and one practical session like that. We'll cover tomorrow. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks all.
Thank you. Thank you. Good
Thank you.
night.
Good night.
regarding that